Have you ever thought about the reasons why some guys like to stroll by themselves? Why do they believe it is necessary for them to be a part of a group or to have a large number of friends? There is a rationale for this, and it has everything to do with the way that people perceive the world. Single males are a distinct species of guys who think and behave in a manner that is distinct from that of the typical male. They are the lone wolves that follow the beat of their own drum and do things their own way. They do not adhere to the rules and expectations of society, and they do not require the approval of anybody else in order to have a positive self-image. Despite the fact that this quality may be seen as unfavorable by certain individuals, being a high-value Sigma may really confer quite a few benefits on its holders. The following are the top 6 reasons why guys who identify as high-value Sigma prefer to walk alone. Number 1. They do not go along with the rest of the crowd. High-value Sigma males are not concerned with conforming to societal norms or seeming to be like other people. They are at ease being on their own and do not feel the need to comply to the standards of society since they are independent. Because of this, they are able to think by themselves and come to their own conclusions without the influence of others. They delight in going against the grain and ignoring what other people think of them. Because of this, a significant number of guys who belong to high-value Sigma drop out of school or give up their careers in the corporate world. While their colleagues are obtaining degrees and working 9-to-5 jobs, they are launching their own enterprises and doing things their own way because they are not ready to compromise their originality for the sake of uniformity. It goes without saying that you shouldn't give up on your education or your career just so you may be unique. But if you already have your own plans and goals mapped out for your life, you should start putting them into action and not allow anyone stop you. It's also possible to be a Sigma without resorting to such extreme methods. It is more important to adopt the mentality of being your own person and carrying out activities in a manner that is unique to you. Number 2. They have a profound contempt for established authority. If there's one thing that guys who have a high-value Sigma personality can't do, it's because they feel that everyone is equal and that no one has the right to tell them what to do. This occurs when someone attempts to tell them what to do simply because they have a title or position of power over them. High-value Sigma males understand that this can frequently result in confrontation with those who hold positions of power, yet, they are willing to fight for what they believe in. They hold the belief that respect should be earned in order to earn authority, rather than authority being granted merely because someone has a title. Because of this, many people consider them to be that have the courage to challenge people in authority and fight for what they believe in, despite the fact that this is sometimes a challenging course of action to adopt. It is a line that guys who identify as high-value Sigma are ready to travel because they have faith in the convictions that they have. They will not accept it from anybody, whether it be a teacher, father, boss, or even an entitled friend who pushes them around. Rather than be accepted, they would prefer walk away and be by themselves than give in. This, however, does not imply that Sigmas are combative in nature. They are able to judge when it is best to hold their ground and when it is better to move away. They are able to adapt their strategy to each unique circumstance since they are experienced in doing so. On the other hand, in order to preserve the established order, alpha males frequently show respect for those in positions of power. They don't want to upset the status quo or raise a stir since doing so may put their position in jeopardy. Because of this, many people have the misconception that alpha males are sellouts. They are prepared to compromise their morality in order to preserve the current order of things. Sure, there are circumstances in which it is essential to comply with they. However, dominant men act this way more out of fear than for any other reason. Number 3. They have a great deal of autonomy. Single men are very capable of taking care of themselves and have mastered the art of self-sufficiency, on a bodily level as well as an emotional one. Because of their autonomy, they are able to live their life according to their own terms and do not require the assistance of anybody else. They are not dependent on the affirmation or acceptance of others, and they are quite satisfied being by themselves. They do this rather frequently. This in no way precludes the possibility of their developing meaningful bonds with one another. They simply do not require them in order to experience fulfillment. In order for an alpha male to have fulfillment, he must consistently engage in combat and emerge victorious in order to provide evidence of his alpha position. He seeks an independent confirmation of his value, which he obtains in the form of praise and acknowledgement from others. This is due to the fact that the majority of alphas have an ego that they need to keep up, and they do it by basking in the praise of society. On the other side, guys who are not attached to someone do not look for approval from other people since they are not concerned with what others believe about them. They are well aware of their own value and have no need for anybody else to instruct them as to what they should or should not do. Because of this, they are able to live a life that is much more authentic and satisfying because they are not chasing after things that don't matter. When you are not focused on impressing other people, you are able to concentrate on what is truly important to you, and this is what high-value Sigma males do. Number 4. The strength of having one's independence. The majority of people, on hearing the word freedom, immediately think of being liberated from the shackles of society or from an authoritarian government. However, guys who identify as high-value Sigma have a unique conception of what it is to be free. They hold the belief that genuine freedom originates from inside, and that it is something that cannot be taken away by anybody or anything external to the individual. They are liberated in the sense that they do not let their history to determine who they are. They do not let their family, their friends, or the culture in which they live to determine who they are or what they do. They chart their own course through life and make their own choices along the way. Some people would view this as an intimidating concept, yet it's the only way to achieve genuine independence. High value. The belief of monetary independence is shared by Sigma males. They are aware that money cannot buy pleasure, but they value it because it affords them the opportunity to live their lives according to their own standards. They are not subject to the dictates of their employer or supervisor. And there is no need for them to stress about being able to pay their bills. Because of this, they are able to devote their attention to other aspects of their lives, such as the relationships they have, the hobbies they like, and so on. They think that the ability to live their lives in the manner in which they choose is more essential than anything else in the world. Because of this, people frequently think of them as lone wolves. They don't go along with the rest of the group since they value their independence. They have a strong aversion to being constrained in any way, shape, or form and are willing to do whatever it takes to preserve their freedom. Number 5. They do not achieve their full potential when they are by alone. When working alone, single men typically have the highest levels of productivity. This is due to the fact that they are not required to answer to anybody and are free to conduct themselves in whichever manner they see fit. They are not constrained by pointless rules and regulations, which allows them to be more productive and get things done in a shorter amount of time. Because of this, they are able to get more done in a shorter amount of time, which is a very important commodity. They are able to work well with others and cooperate, but they produce their best work when they are left alone because they are excellent at self-reflection and creative thinking. They have unique and odd points of view that allow them to come up with creative ideas and innovative strategies, and they are excellent at coming up with unique and odd viewpoints. They relish the opportunity to engage in deep contemplation and introspection afforded by periods of solitude and silence. When they are in this state, they have the most brilliant ideas. Additionally, this is the period in which they experience the most joy. High value. The times when Sigma males are completely alone are the times when they experience the greatest sense of vitality, which is why they seek out isolation more than anything else. Many people have this misconception, and they believe that high-value Sigma males are introverted or even antisocial. This is not the case. But the fact of the matter is that they enjoy their own company far more than any other activity. And there's absolutely no problem with it at all. Many high-value Sigma males feel that living in isolated regions, away from other people, where there is more peace and quiet to their liking and find it refreshing. It enables individuals to keep their lives uncomplicated and concentrate on the things that are significant to them. High-value Sigma males who make their homes in urban areas sometimes find themselves drawn to solitary hobbies like as hiking or bicycling as a means to escape the din and bustle of city life. Don't be afraid to steal a page out of the playbook of the high-value Sigma male and withdraw in your own little world for a bit if you ever feel overwhelmed or like you need some time for yourself. This is something that you can learn from the high-value Sigma male. Number 6. They are okay with the fact that they are people who are misunderstood. They don't seem to be able to put their finger on what it is that makes high-value Sigma males tick. And this causes some individuals to feel anxious. They are unable to comprehend the motivations behind a person's choice to live an unconventional lifestyle and be alone themselves. They therefore classify them as odd or antisocial, despite the fact that high-value Sigma males are aware that this is not the case. Simply put, they are dissimilar. And they have no problem with that at all. This is due to the fact that the majority of people are sheep that mindlessly follow the and high-value Sigma males have no desire to behave in such a manner. They would rather be themselves, even if it increases the likelihood that they would be misinterpreted. It is surprising how much high-value Sigma males are ready to pay for their independence, given the fact that being misunderstood is not always a simple thing to deal with.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.